egg gasket was definitely, something was going on. I'd like to say gone, or they just put neat water in it, and that was obviously the stupidest idea they could have done. But honestly, the kiddie I got this from, he's from a family who is known to literally be inbred in this town. Literally, like, there was a couple, and then the couple swapped husbands, and then obviously they had kids, and then the couple had more kids together, and it was all weird. And he's one of the offspring from the couple's kids that was one of the other couple's kids, so it's kind of a bit fucked up. But this is what I was saying about the bottom end. It's pretty fucking weird to do with one hand like that. Can you see that? There we can. Whoa. But it turns over quite notchy, and it gets to a point where it's just, that's it, and then it locks. Yeah, see, that's where it like locks solid. But if you put her in gear and roller, she does come out. But that leads me to believe it's a crank bearing failing. And that's what I'm saying about the crank, like the piston hits the wall. It's just the whole thing's been fucking shoddily done, mate, if I'm honest with you. I can't pull the piston back up now. There we go. Yeah, see, but it's actually locked on the kickstart, and then it jumps. It's just, the whole thing's really shoddily fixed, mate. I can't actually stress the point enough. It looks like they fixed it with a fucking hairbrush, if I'm honest with you. Like, the loom was shocking. When I actually picked this bike up, everything was unplugged, everything was joined to the wrong things. It was literally shocking. But this is the one with some, you can't really see it. You can hear it for sure. But it's not bad, but it's bad. You know, there's crank play, like us playing the crank bearings. The chain's slack, but it is new. It's about the only thing really going for it. The cases have been polished, which leads me to believe when you did the rebuild, you did a really nice job. Someone I know also, who is a pretty good mechanic, did do a rebuild on this engine for the people who owned it, and he's known to do that great quality work. If I'm honest, I wouldn't badmouth him in any other way, shape or form. But since they've owned it, he took no acknowledgement of this engine. He didn't want to know none of it. But it's got a leak from the side case behind the water pump out of this case. Oh, that's a shocking angle. Yeah, there, out of this one. So she wants a gasket set. She's gonna want to rebuild, no doubt. We'll just look at it. No, there's bits of metal. The con rod, I should say, has just got that. Whee! So she's gonna want to crank. Looks like the piston was actually hitting the crank, which would actually happen if it was too big. Makes a lot of sense. The inlet seems too big for the carb. Look, wait there. This is with the actual inlet gasket tight, like the manifold tight. So it's obviously not working. Throw this away, Jubilee clip it. But the carb itself, obviously I've put these on just to stop the actual extra airflow. I have got a video of it running. It didn't run 100%, but she started and ran in the end. But cut out, which obviously seized, didn't it? I'm not silly. Oh no, see, that's freed up off the kickstart again. That's what I'm saying, it's weird. I reckon a good strip out, drain the oil, flush it, clean everything, put it back together. It'll probably be okay, but I wouldn't chance it personally. I'd just put a new crank in it. I really wouldn't even entertain what they've done. Simple things like, where did I see it? Yeah. What the fuck is that? It's just really simple things that they just fucked up, if I'm honest with you. But look, simple things like this. Who the fuck sprayed the spring arm? My autistic brain damaged fucking disabled son could have done a better job. And no offence, but he's a dickhead. But in fairness to the bike, it's clean. You know, sand all this down, there's a little dent there, sand it all down and spray it again and it's clean. The bike's a good bike. The frame could do with doing again for definite. But it isn't bad, you know, like if you was just going to use it, you could use it, but it's worth doing again. I don't have the logbook, I've got a key. I don't think they're the original clocks. Obviously I can't guarantee the mileage either. But it sparks, it turns over, it gets stuck. But the carb's been cleaned, it's got fresh fuel in it. Not really a lot more I can say. The brakes obviously don't work for obvious reasons. But apart from that, everything else is there, good to go. The forks are still pretty good. The seals aren't bad. That one's leaking a little bit. The stanchions are good. The frame numbers are all still visible. The engine number's still there, if it's even the same engine you put in it, or had in it, I should say. Obviously I've got nothing to hide at all, but I genuinely don't think this is the right exhaust because it fucking fits like shit. I got the front part this morning. I didn't have the front part when I actually bought the bike the other day, but this just fucking fits atrociously. It's got this little coupling which obviously fits in here into the bore, and that's actually what's joining the pipe to the bore. We've got the tank, the radiator, the seat. But yeah, to be honest, I wouldn't mind taking it on as a project. It's a good little bike. Personally though, I'd be more inclined to swap the engine out for a 125 or a KX85, something like that. But that's me personally. The originality is what keeps the money in this bike. But for me, I didn't want this as a road bike. I didn't even want it to go back on the road. It does have the same plate on it, believe it or not. But yeah, for me, I didn't want it as a road bike. I just wanted it as a nice field bike, really. I was going to go and do some crazy things, try and weld a KX85 in it, KMX 125, something like that. Just staring you at the wall. But yeah, it's basically exactly what she is. If you want to know anything else or got any other questions, obviously ask away. You're welcome. Happy to answer anything. And if you're interested, yeah, obviously let me know. The one mate of mine who normally does all the dropping and collecting for me, he is actually fishing for a week. But I do know about 3 other people who do work in vans and stuff like that. So time given sort of thing. After when they finish work and things like that, then obviously it's doable. I can get it to you, you know. But yeah, if you're interested, definitely give me a shout. And if you're not, obviously let me know, because I'll take it on and do something mad with it, if I'm honest with you. But yeah, oh look, the neighbour's cats just like appeared through the side of the mother-in-law's scooter thing. Hello, little cat. Come on, boy. Come, boy. No, come. Come on. No, he's not coming. He is. Careful. Good boy. Yeah, he likes it too.